was born in churches of America. I have myself led prayers for 10 years, Friday prayer, and close to George Washington University. If you go on 24th Street and 8th Street, I led Friday prayer for 10 long years. It was during the last, so when we established the Muslim Students Association of US and Canada, we wanted to have a headquarters somewhere, so that there is organizational memory, organizational continuity. So we were wondering which city should we have our headquarters. We decided that it should be a centrally located city in America, where our members can come within 1 day's driving distance from Toronto, from Texas, from New York, from Oklahoma. So we decided that we should have our headquarters in Indianapolis, because Indianapolis is called Crossroads of America. That is where I did my PhD. That is where we chose to have the headquarters of this largest and the oldest Islamic organization in America. So I became its president towards the end of 70s. So I thought that this was a new thing that we were having in the Western world. An Islamic organization in a pluralist democracy with tremendous possibilities. And I thought that we should transform this Muslim student organization into a community-based Islamic organization in America. And during my presidency, we transformed it, changed its constitution, and gave it a new direction and changed its name to Islamic Society of North America. So I came to Washington after having done that in '84, and I was at that time conscious that creating an Islamic identity and Islamic presence in America, we have to redefine Islam in a new context. We cannot go to Saudi Arabia, we cannot go to Qum or Tehran or to some other centers of Islamic intellectual centers that have served in the past. We were preparing from a new millennium where Islam, in a new contemporary situation, will be able to give a new inspiration, a new vision, and a new sense of direction. So that can be done only if we have a proper research, if we establish institutions that will not only create community organizations, but will create a new knowledge base on Islam. So I moved from Indiana to Washington, D.C., and created a new intellectual journal. Its name is American Journal of Islamic Social Sciences. Because the idea was that we should have scholars who should contribute in defining Islam in a contemporary situation. And these scholars should be well grounded in Islamic legacy, but at the same time, well trained in the modern sciences. And I thought that that is the kind of journal I want to give to the Muslim world and to Muslims in America. So those days we didn't have internet, we didn't have Google, and I had to find where these scholars are. So it took some time, but today, last year, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of American Journal of Islamic Social Sciences. You should go to the website and look at it. This is the only Islamic intellectual journal in the world that was born in this country and provides a base, a foundation, a forum for those Muslims who are not just sentimentally attached to Islam, but who have a profound understanding of Islam in a pluralist democracy. And this journal provides a forum for Muslims and non-Muslim intellectuals who have a profound understanding and professional training in extrapolating the Islamic positions on these issues. Because knowledge is not property of one particular individual. It cannot come from one particular religious scholar. It is the job of collectively of a whole generation. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. He said, "Ala kulli ra'si sana," every generation there will be some who will revive this religion. So, man yujaddid, he did not use singular that there will be a scholar, an ayatullah, or a sheikh from somewhere who will start giving us a new understanding of Islam. But Prophet ﷺ used a plural word, man yujaddid, who will revive, create a new knowledge, a new understanding, and will continue with the authenticity, orthodoxy, and the legitimacy of what he got from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's a gift for you. Indian Muslims should promote it more. This is a gift of Indian American Muslims to India. Because Indian Muslims are themselves worried. What does it mean to be a Muslim in a democratic country? They don't have a history of that. They still are looking for models. They still name their children Mahmoud and Muhammad because they think that the only leaders and the models for Muslims can be Mahmud Ghaznavi and Muhammad Ghori and others. That time is gone. Empires are finished. This is a new world, a world based on democracy, a world based on human dignity. And today we have to create new leaders and new models, not only for Muslim community, not only for Muslim Ummah, for the entire world. Your mothers, your daughters, your sons will have to rise to the occasion. It's not, I admire you for supporting these schools in India. I admire you for coming to the help of the people who are the victims of riots and so on. That's a wonderful job. But your job is a bigger gift. You live in a pluralist democracy. It is unparalleled. Out of 54 countries we have in the organization of the Islamic countries, Islamic Conference, out of 57 countries, 54 have lived in a colonial environment. And hardly 3 or 4 are democratic countries. I see here our Indian Muslim women participating fully in these institutions. If we are looking towards Saudi Arabia, you wouldn't even drive, because driving for women is prohibited in Saudi Arabia. I have raised my 3 daughters here. I have made sure that they are the best drivers and the best leaders in America. And they are holding leadership positions in this country. So Indian Muslims have to deliberate on these issues. They have to read things and they have to understand the new challenges that we have. We have to create knowledge.